Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. This na the road wey lead to Edo Diaspora City. Apostle Alfred Uyinosa and Victor don go Edo Diaspora City this morning. Go show us the work wey still dey go on for there. So make I leave you now with Apostle Alfred. Enjoy the video.
Yes, good morning everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Depending on where una take they connect with us live this morning. I just started my video for Ekiadolo this morning. I want make we follow go site. We'll follow go site again today. And I know say our goal and to ensure say we give una up-to-date information about what they happen for our state, and not just information about what they happen for our state, but also to see how we go fit take contribute our own quota to the development of our dear state, Edo State. This not because say if we understand what democracy is all about, then we will know say people when they Osadebe Avenue, when they government house, they be our servants. People when they Osadebe Avenue, and there be people when ordinarily, if we follow suit servant leadership, those people not supposed to they sleep. They're supposed to they serve us 24 hours. Why? Because maybe we go beg them for their house. Say maybe they're gonna serve us. Now they come out say they won't serve us. But in all, development is a collective effort where the people determine the kind of development when the need for their locality, when the need for their community, when the need for their states, and when the need for their country at large. This morning with me, Apostle there with me this morning.
Yeah, my people, una good morning, oh. How una day? How the children? How your girlfriend? How your wife? How your husband? Hope say everything will go well. We thank God for what they do for our life, because not only one they put road where road not dey, una well done. Make una follow us.
Alright, so officially welcome to Edo Diaspora City. If you watch me live for the very first time when they talk about the Edo Diaspora City, I'm gonna give you few information about the Edo Diaspora City. And if you go watch this video later, being that this is not the first time when you hear about the word Edo Diaspora City. First and foremost, this morning, we get clients when we carry the go site this morning. When a family send them come, say make you come see the Edo Diaspora City. When all of us they shoot for Facebook Live every week, when we display, say see the estate. With the carry person go side this morning. I said, okay, fine. From our junction from Ekiadolo here, make we follow ourselves, the go side. And also, for those of us who know the Nigerian, when you know say you don't miss this road, and they may they look the road they go so as we they approach our site. So the Edo Diaspora City, now independent, sustainable, when we design to ensure say our brothers and sisters, most especially when they are abroad, when they complain, say they no fit get secured land, they no fit get trusted people to help them carry out this kind of project. Now we say, if our phone they ring green every day, people they lay complain, say because they abroad and they no fit carry out. So yep. Sorry for the break in transmission. Yes,
Bubu they responsible.
Yeah.
Bubu.
Presidency Bubu.
Presidency Bubu.
Because you know get who.
Now you go.
Now him be Apostle President.
My president. No, God forbid. Bubu can never be anyway. God say
anybody when gets the mindset would already enter the Estates Road. We don't come out for the Benin Lagos Road. We don't enter the Estates Road now. Now the sea poles, yes, by my left and by my right as well. And also now the sea poles, and by my right especially, people don't already start their own development. Yes, people don't already start their own development inside. Yes, so now they see them. People don't start their own development. So when they drive, they go inside our own main estate itself. So the estate now 100 plots, 1,000 by 1,000 square meter. Inside the 100 plots, you get with the way we design the estate. We design the estate to make sure so nobody be tenant inside your own land again. And I know some people they will buy land, finish. If they buy land, they don't get road to enter inside their own house.
You call it to the big neighbor.
Yeah, you call it to the big neighbor. If they say how, no worry, come Bini, you will see how where. In short, not only Bini, Ifu, Lagos, so you understand? Where you can't they beg to enter your own house back. But there was a way we designed the Edo Diaspora city. We design them in a way when we say we get 5 lanes. Lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 4, and lane 5. So these lanes, yes, these lanes will ensure say each.
That's the workers.
Yeah.
They want to start digging well now.
So we yes. So we ensure say each plot they face road. That's what we design them. So there's a road where connect the estate round 40 feet. It connects the estate around inside. Then inside the estate, we get roads as well. So for every 200 feet, you get road. For every 200 feet, you get road. And so we take design. Yes, when they come down, we don't already reach site. When they come down. Okay, I'm sorry. Give me a few minutes. Let me pack up myself. All right. Okay, don't pack up myself. Yeah, so we don't read the estate. So let me give you a proper view. This is not the power line. This is not the power line when lead to Ekiadolo. This power line, if you don't want to use the major road, the major express, this is the road to the major express. Yes, now as workers they come so. If you don't want to use the road to the major express, this is the power line. This power line leads straight to Ekiadolo. This power line leads straight to Ekiadolo. Then if I turn around, this power line leads to Ovia River. So this is a big advantage for us. Say, okay, fine. Any water when they come, it's channeled straight up to Ovia River. So from, if you plus the 100 feet and then the 40 feet, you see say now 140 feet. Now we give away from the power line, 140 feet. So at the waka inside where the 140 feet for end, so that now if you see the proper view. Yes, this morning to make work day easy. Why? Because most of our people when don't already buy the land, and they don't the glamour say they won't start work, and it is very okay for us to know say okay fine, we need to provide source of water. So this morning we get one of our Ogbonge engineer for site this morning, a day here, and they want start to the dig well so that we fit get access to water. They want dig well where we fit take get where we fit dey put water, so that for anybody who want walk, they will fit get water to use. So this is the major road, the 40 feet. The major road is the 40 feet. When they inside the estate, you see them so, it goes straight. So the estate is 1,000 by 1,000 square meter. It's 1,000 by 1,000 square meter. Yes, good morning, Efosa Iyi. Good morning, sir or ma, as the case may be. Okay, I think this should be a sir. Good morning, sir. I hope you're very, very fine. So we don't already get our pillars for all plots. We don't demarcate every plot, for every 100 by 100. We don't already demarcate that. Everybody don't already get their own beacon. So as soon as you come, say okay fine, and 100 by 100 I won't buy you. Now to carry you go say fine. Which lane you go like the 100 by 100? As you point the lane, Immediately we'll show you the bacon. See the bacon, and then the next thing to do is to attach your name to the bacon, and that's all. So make one not forget that this piece of land, when they inside the estate, so 100 by 100 goes for 900,000 naira. 100 by 100 goes for 900,000 naira, which include your survey plan and community development fee, while your 50 by 100 goes for 450,000 naira, also which include your survey plan and community development fee. Now the estate with this, so and don't forget to help us share this video. Why? Because say one or two persons when also get interest to come develop Edo State. Now this is the most important thing. I think say I need to put mouth for this matter. Yes, we don't get so many encounters with our fathers, most especially our fathers when they abroad, when don't they abroad for years. Some go say they don't they abroad for the past 30 years. Some say they don't they abroad for the past 40 years. But again, one thing when I would like to talk this morning, and each time they say that thing, fear will catch me. They really say, even when they abroad, they say, body they do them, body they tell them to come house back to come develop house. Body they tell them to come house back to come build. And me, I'll come ask one question, say, waiting, because we have to be truthful to ourselves. If we try consider the level of hardship for our country, one go agree with me, say anybody will come out for Nigeria, it be like a savior. You don't already come out for say okay fine. Any issue when it comes to financial issue, you don't already come out for a life and also a family. Now so we take Siam when I know verse. But with the year our fathers, most especially when they tell us say to be honest, we support what you people are doing, we appreciate what you people are doing. Why? Because say this now part of our dream to come home back, to come develop our home. There's a reality when I know if we shy away from, and that is the level of insecurity for our country. Yes, I can't shy away from that fact. The level of insecurity in our country is telling. And as such, the level of insecurity, it disturbs so many developments. But this is the point here. The point here is, do we have hope that someday we can also defeat the level of insecurity in our country? Yes. Yes, we have hope that someday we will defeat the level of insecurity in our country. And as such, we don't fold our hands and say, okay, fine, let's wait until that is achieved before we will not start development. It's a lie. If we fold our hands and wait, that means we have been conquered. This is why even when we dey fight and we dey confront the evil leaders when they are our country, we still dey ensure say we are playing our own part. Why? Because say in a large extent we don't feel realize say many of the rulers when they lead us, political rulers when they lead us for this country, they are out of ideas, but they are bound in chains because of the process when carry them into governance. So they find it difficult to get intellectual people when know the job, to join them for governance, to ensure say we all get the dividends of democracy. Yes, but we are not saying that we will not be deterred. We are saying that we will not be discouraged.
Because it's not living up to expectation. Because man will be say, the brain don't turn upside down, so it don't overload, so the brain don't work well again. So boo boo, well done, no, you not give work on them. Light boo boo not give us. Network wahala, water you not give. No road, no hospital. I don't know why some people could see the present. Anyway, they do APC registration now. They gather themselves. But here they still they arrest people with they broke COVID-19 protocol. When they be saying that them be the COVID-19 coronavirus. All coronavirus in this country turned out to kill all the coronavirus. So that's what we do. We decide this morning to ensure that things go well. Some of our clients not still there around to show them the plot. They don't identify their own. And some people don't decide now to begin to dig well so that we'll do the well as soon as possible, pour water, so that other persons will stay, see water to take the work. So the next few weeks, by the grace of God, the gates leading to the diaspora city will start to map out the gatehouse, with the security post and other things. Now we see and small. As God help us, united we stand. In making Edo great, no be one man work. Now everybody work. Because everybody they try to come back to the country. Because you know, guy, you want to stay another man country, you know, go fit be your home. There is no place like home. So that's the reason why we go do everything within our power to make our home good, so that our family, our brothers will fit come back home. But I know we will get there. God bless you, everyone. See you later in the day. Victor, see there any information we need to give you now, he will give you now. When me they work out with my client, we go back to where we did.
All right. You've heard from Apostle. You've heard from Apostle. Okay, hold on. Hold on for me. You've heard from Apostle. I want to do a little bit of information, most especially for people when just they connect with us for the very first time. When they never get access to the full detail about the Edo Diaspora City project. Yeah. So I want me to see my face and to try and get my camera stand properly. I don't know. All right. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Thank you. So, if you watch this video for the very first time, this is the face of the man behind the camera. Yes, and I did sight also this morning. So, I would like to give us a little information about the Edo Diaspora City. So, the Edo Diaspora City, like I talked initially, is an independent, sustainable systems, a sustainable housing scheme rather. A sustainable housing scheme when we design to ensure, say, our brothers and sisters, especially when the diaspora get access to secured land and also to trusted building materials, such that any building when they want build, as far as it's their specification, we go help them achieve them. And inside the Edo Diaspora City, which in our estate, we get 100 plots inside, where 100 by 100 goes for 900,000, which include your survey plan and community development fee, and also your 50 by 100 goes for 450,000 naira, which include your survey plan and community development fee. So that means immediately you come site and you identify your plot, and also you make payments. The next thing to do is you don't have any issue with the community. Say you want to go meet community to do this or to do that. No. The next thing you need to do is to do what? Is to get your workers on site and start building. Now, this is the interesting thing about the Edo Diaspora City project. Now, be saying we would help you monitor whatever is happening on the site. Now, this is it. My chook mouth small for waiting they happen. Why most buildings they abandoned. Now, as a certified project manager, I carry out research and I realize most especially independent or individual property owners, they no value the aspect of contracting their project to a project manager. Now, a project manager, now individual, not be engineer. A project manager is not an engineer. A project manager is an individual. When go help you, a duty now to help you mobilize stakeholders for your site. Now, who be the stakeholders? For example, the stakeholders now engineers for your site. The stakeholders now the main workers for your site. So waiting that project manager will help you do. It go ensure say, okay, fine. If now the project when you want to do be this, it go be your own eyes for the site. But upon my research, I realize most individual property owners, let's say you want to build bungalow now, or you want to build duplex, they will just say, okay, fine, engineer, see what I want to build though. They will come give the work to engineer. As they give the work to engineer will come go bring workers come. In that process, if that engineer is not trustworthy, that project no go meet up to the specification of the site owner, the property owner. Why? Because before you know, they go start to the dribble. They start to when they're supposed to use 20 bags of cement, they can end up using 15 bags of cement. But what a project manager does, the project manager stands. It stands as the eyes of the property owner. Now, it's duty now to mobilize the engineer. Now, engineer, what are we achieving today? engineer go say, okay, fine, this and this, according to our plan, this and this and this, now waiting we need to achieve today. All right, you go now, you go come mobilize the site workers as well. So for us to achieve waiting engineer don't already map out, this and this and this will be the process. The project manager will now get back to you, that is the property owner, that see, it will take us 3 days, it will take us 4 days to achieve it. Now, the two major importance of the project manager, now you be say number one, it go ensure say your project is achieved using an efficient budget. So where you supposed spend 50,000 ordinarily before, the project manager will help you dot the project, vet them properly, cross the T's, dot the I's, and if you even reduce that amount, and it go still be the specification, it go still be standard. Number two, the project manager go ensure say your project is achieved in time. Now, most project is achieved out of time. So you go hear the engineer go, you call the engineer go give you flimsy excuse. No. The project manager manages the project, and that is what we'll be doing at the Edo Diaspora City. For every project, every building, we are managing that building to ensure, say, even when you are not in Nigeria, as far as say your engineer don't tell you, say, see what we want to achieve, we must ensure that that project is achieved to that specification. That's for that. For the estate, inside the estate, you get what we call futures. The futures when go there inside the estate. Number one, we don't expect, say, inside this estate, make families they drive their children go out for school. So your children need to go school. You can't put your children for motor in the morning. Every morning they do school run, they fly the road. No. And on that note, we have designed to have an education center inside the diaspora city. Also, we know, say, part of the basic things when they drive development for any community as well is health. And we cannot shy away from that. This is now why we also get a primary health care center inside the Edo Diaspora city. And we also know, say, how are we going to go shopping? We want to buy some vegetables, we want to buy some goodies. Do we have to fly down to Oluku? Yes, Oluku is not far. Oluku is 8 minutes drive from here, and the Kiadolo is 4 minutes drive from the site. We know say it's not far, but driving, no. How about if we have our own mall, our own mini mart inside the estate? So we have designed our own mini mart inside the estate. So you also imagine, say, you dey cook as woman, as you dey cook, no, sorry, not be as woman, because man also they cook. So let me correct that statement. So imagine say you dey cook and all of a sudden your gas can't finish. Where do you get gas? So we also have a mobile gas fuel station inside the estate. So immediately your gas finish, what do you need to do? Or before the gas finish, at least you dey monitor them, is to put the call across to the mobile fuel station, that's the gas station. They will drive come your apartment, and they will fill your gas for you, and they drive away as well. Also, we will get our internal transportation unit inside. So you want to go out and you don't want to drive personally, you can just book a ride, and they take you to town, or probably you just fly into the country, and maybe you fly from Lagos to Benin. You can also book a ride. The ride comes down to the airport, pick you up in the airport, and also bring you down to the estate or to your apartment. Now, what is the beautiful slogan for our estate? The slogan for the Edo Diaspora City is owning your comfort. That's the slogan for the Edo Diaspora City, owning your comfort. That means the comfort you desire can only be achieved when you decide to achieve it. And where can you get that comfort? That comfort can be gotten in the Edo Diaspora City. Thank you so very much. I don't know if you have any question. Thank you for giving me your audiences. Thank you for giving me your listening ear. Thank you for staying tuned with us this morning. I don't know if you have any question I'd like to answer. But if you'd like to connect with us after now, make a drop a postal number 070 670 13210. I'll call again 070 670 13210. That's Apostle number. Also, that's Apostle WhatsApp line. You can connect with us. You can make further inquiries if there's anything you want to get clarity on. Now, let's get this clearly before I think I like to call it quit. That we all have to contribute our quota to develop our state. And as far as development is concerned, we cannot shy away from the reality of getting a sustainable housing scheme in Edo State. As a matter of fact, Edo State population is growing and is on the rise on a daily basis. As we speak, we have over 4 million people resident in Edo State. Inside these 4 million people when they Edo State, how many of them get access to a well-detailed and structured housing scheme? How many of us get the opportunity to live for environment? When I say environment, I mean a sane environment where we say, wake up in the morning and then the next thing is somebody is slamming one music at the highest volume, your neighbor. No, we can't have that in the Edo Diaspora. So the Edo Diaspora city is a full residential apartment. A full residential apartment. So, no be say one person. No, as a matter of fact, we are taking the database of people when we live inside the Edo Diaspora city. And lastly, but not the least for today, in the Edo Diaspora city, we are building a community where everybody can come together as friends and as families. And as such, nobody they build in fence go high. No. We are fencing the estate all around. Yes. So every property owner can have a dual fence. You can have a dual fence. So as you get your structure, for the front of your building, you have beautiful grass, carpet grass when they grow. You get trees to get that look of a sane environment. And why are we doing this? We are also doing this to promote the global goal agenda. And what's the global goal agenda? The global goal agenda is how do we fight climate change? How do we fight climate change? All right, so I'm coming. How do we fight climate change, I beg your pardon, in our country? And for us to fight climate change, which we all know as global warming, we have to make our environment free of carbon dioxide. Thank you so very much. I remain your host, I remain your anchor, and I remain your little boy, Victor Olise. Thank you for staying tuned with us. And God bless you.
Abeg, help us share this video. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Edo State. Make I leave you now with the video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.